when a man's not in a rush to lock you down, it's not that he's not ready or needs more time. He just sees you as convenient while he keeps his options open. You talk to the happiest married couples who have been married for decades, the story is nearly always the same. The man was obsessed with her right off the bat, and she was like, whoa, slow down. She might have even been like, this guy's kind of weird, but he showed up for her, he pursued her, he showed her through his actions that he could be a good man.
Okay, because everything Christian Walker said there was spot on true. This kid has 1 million+ subscribers for a reason. He's saying things that's actually true. And a lot of women don't want to admit it to themselves, but when a guy has you as a place card holder, he's telling you in so many ways, I don't want you. Ladies, he did not lie. Take heed of what he is saying. I wish this was around when I was young. I would have saved myself from a lot of bad choices when it came to relationships with men. Because, I come from a generation of, boomer parents, older grandparents that took care of us. And they were very old school. They kind of like, I watched them get mistreated a lot. And I was just like, well, I guess it's normal. No, it's not normal. A man should really desire you and want you almost more than you want him. It should always be an unhealthy amount of obsession over you, ladies. The man should be focused on you in a lot of ways to where you don't have to second guess the relationship. And a lot of you guys are just place card holders. I know so many women out there living with men. I talked to my daughter who's in college the other day, and we were jokingly talking about relationships of, who should pay for with you're renting an apartment together. And I said, absolutely the man. Like, I mean, you could chip in on Netflix and like some food or something, but definitely the man. You should not be paying a dime for what, why? And she was like, well, there's women out here paying 50-50. And I'm like, excuse me, pardon me, what? 50-50? What do you mean 50-50? She's like, there's women out here, girls out here living with their boyfriend, paying rent. For what? For what? I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was like, am I like, is something happening in this world that I'm like missing? Or because that is unheard of for me, right? And she's like, well, that's the case. That's what it is. And I'm like, well, unacceptable. And some of you guys are out here in relationships for years getting fooled into this concept of we're going to get married, but we want to save enough for a wedding and we're going to save up. No, honey, he's not ever going to save up. He's got you as a place card holder. He's had you for years just playing on you. And you're just sitting there getting used. So I totally agree with Christian Walker, but I do wish there were people like Shira 7 and all these women out here doing the Lord's work, advising you young girls of their mistakes and the things they've seen. And even like Christian says, the things he's witnessed in his own relationship, with his parents, watching their relationship and how you should and shouldn't be treated. Totally 100% on board with everything this young man says because he's spot on. Now, I'm not saying, ladies, you go out there and be a gold digger either. There's no reason to just think of yourself as some princess, that should just have everybody fawn over you. But you definitely should have a man that is more obsessed with you and willing to do more for you than you would ever do for him. I'm sorry to say it that way, but it has to be like that in order for him to really stay committed in that relationship. Women, on the other hand, we're pretty loyal unless you do something to lose our trust. So, and there are bad women out there too, but that's the way of the world. When you find a good woman, you hold on to her because it's a dime a dozen out there for both sides of the equation. When you find a good one, keep them. I wish I would have known that earlier in my life. There were guys that literally went out of their way to do things for me, and I totally missed it. I totally missed the whole picture of what they were trying to show me because I was so caught up into this mindset that I need to go for the guy that's a playboy, the guy that, has so many options. And ladies, that's true. You become more of you become more desirable when you have somebody. I don't know why that is, but women that are in relationships that are happily content in a relationship, it seems like the men come out of the woodworks when that's the case. But when you're single and you're a cat lady and you're just enjoying your cats, and men don't want to come near you with a 10-foot pole for some reason. So I think the best way to become a person that's not going to be a place card holder is to find the men that are eligible for you, meaning they like you more than you like them. Anyways, you guys tell me what you think. The whole video can be viewed on his TikTok page, but he's hilarious.